Yeah, it's past Labor Day now. It's gonna be getting cold. Winter's coming. Welcome to the superpilotish channel. I'm Graham Wilson, and today in my basement, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of planning, thinking like an old man. Eh, oh well. I mean, I'm not really that old, but you do find yourself when you getting to a certain age that it's like, uh, I don't understand these kids today with their music and everything like that. At that point you're old, whatever, accept it. So I guess maybe part of that is like, well, I got to start wearing like white shoes and a matching white belt or something like that. Maybe some polyester pants. That look pretty slick. I don't know. Does these kids these days still have those polyester pants in the Sears catalog? I don't know. They stopped sending me that catalog around the same time they stopped sending me the phone book. I don't know. So, anyways, oh hey, yeah, DH Pilot One, Rick's Garden, Shecky, welcome to the show. Yeah, and Rick's Barbecue and Dan and Ranch. Well, we got a good gang in here today. Yeah, so it's like it is after Labor Day, so I'm sure you all religiously changed the air filter on your furnace, right? I did right after my last show there. Makes you feel good and just like wholesome all over to have a new filter in your furnace. Maybe I'm just, I don't know, goofy that way. I'm kind of stupid that way, whatever. Uh no, I'm a good maintainer. I was thinking, okay, well, I don't know. I haven't gone on a vacation in quite a while. I mean, I've done a little camping trips here and there. I'm going camping again in another couple weeks or so. But it's like, you got. I'm thinking about, okay, what are my options here for what do I want to do? What do you want to do with your life? I want to rock, but no, so I was thinking, I should start thinking about. I mean, like lots of people go down south. Like for me, I'm kind of lucky in a way that like I live in the very most southern part of Canada, so it's kind of the warmest place around, unless you want to go out on the coast, Victoria, British Columbia. That's kind of statistically the best, but I've heard it's pretty rainy out there in the winter time and stuff. And yeah, it's a bit of a trade off, but on average, yeah, I'm as far south as I can go before I start going to America. So I was thinking, yeah, it might be kind of cool just to start doing a little scouting trip down there, just to see. Maybe not now, but maybe in the future, I might want to. I don't know, fire up the old fifth wheel and go down and eat burgers, get a great big gut, wear some jorts, do it American style or old man style. But anyways, yeah, so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna plan a trip. And I was talking with the girlfriend about that too. So it's like, yeah, we should take a trip. So we were kind of thinking on what to do it was just the other day we were thinking about this. So I figured I'd do one of my multi task, taking care of my chores live. So, and then I figured I could ask you guys too if you've ever been to any places like that. So, anyways, and I'm also gonna think, can I sort of plan this just like I would plan a flight somewhere, like plan a trip? So I got the whiteboard. I'm gonna make up the old man winter trip. What do you need? Time. So I got time because I'm old. No, I'm not. I gotta stop saying that, because you start saying stuff to yourself and you're gonna start acting like that. If I keep calling myself old, even if I'm joking, I'm probably gonna get arthritis or something like that. Who knows? I don't know, start having to invest in Metamucil or something. So, anyways, yeah. So, do I need the? Yeah, I'll have the time. I'll still have to figure out a way to do my live streams here, but that's cool. And of course, like anything in the world, everything in the world takes time and money. So, I don't know. I guess I'd have to make up some sort of a budget. We were thinking about just driving down there, take the old station wagon down there and make a road trip out of it. Pretty long road trip. We were thinking about maybe going to like Arizona or something. Like that's I was looking like right at the very bottom. What would you call that? The southwestern. I still have to think about that, even if I'm a pilot. The southwestern corner. Uh, that's statistically the warmest part of Arizona. And then I was thinking, I've never seen the Grand Canyon too. That'd be kind of cool to check out. So yeah, we're thinking Arizona, but how long would it take us to get there? What route would we take? Route 66. That'd be cool. And then actually, that would be cool having a super pilotish live from Route 66. Yeah, it would give me lots of ideas about shows. So, time, money. All right. If I'm going to be flying somewhere, I need some sort of a chart. All right. So, I'm going to need a map. Okay, I got the time, money. We'll see how that works out. And then, do I have a map? All right. Just happened to whip out the old road atlas, never used, from like 2016. I got it for Christmas. So, but yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever seen a road atlas. If you're younger, if you're older, I'm sure you like people that was pre GPS and everything. The Rand McNally road atlas, that's the Bible if you're going anywhere. And I was thinking, like, okay, let's just say I wanted to go from, like, at the beginning, there's this really cool mileage chart. These road atlases here. I don't know if you can see that mileage chart. Yeah, there it is. And you can, and it's got kind of like major cities in the United States. I think it's got Canada too. Oh yeah, and Canada and Mexico, I think too. It's got Mexico. Yeah, it's got Mexico City in there too. Hey, how far would it? Maybe I could go to Mexico. How long would it take me to drive from Detroit to Mexico City? Okay, so you kind of go, and actually, if you're looking at this in the old days, you kind of go over here, down, across, match it all up, and then there's like in aviation, there's little charts where you got to figure out things like that too. So it kind of prepares you for when you're get your pilot's license. If you already know how to use a road atlas, it's one other thing that you're kind of familiar with. Okay, so let's see. We got Mexico City, just for fun. Mexico City here. Then you go across, and Detroit is there. What do we got here? How many miles? About 2,200 miles from Mexico City to Detroit. Okay, where I am, Windsor, Ontario, is right across the river from Detroit, so we can calculate from there. 2,200 miles. Ooh, that would be a while. Let's get the old calculator out. Let's just say I average a mile a minute. That's 60 miles per hour. On average, you're going to stop here and there. So we got 2,200 miles. What's that divided by 60? No, that would give me how many minutes? Oh man, I hate doing math on the fly like this. What would that be? Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's 2,200 miles. And then so you go a mile a minute. So it's 2,200 minutes to get there. How many hours would that be? We'll divide that by 60. No, 2,200 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Let's see what happens. my math might be totally wrong. Oh, no, that's about right. So it'd be about 36 hours driving time to Mexico City. That sounds about right. So that'd be 3 12-hour days. Well, maybe I won't be going to Mexico City, but I looked it up before, and go to Phoenix was 2,000. All right, divided by 60. So about 33 hours. Yeah, that can't be right. Oh, yeah, that's right. It would be. Yeah, because Phoenix is over more. Mexico City is more straight down. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's a lot of times if you're doing calculations with the calculator, you got to do it. And then you think, does that make sense? Yep. So that's about right. So it's still about a 3-day drive getting out to Phoenix if I wanted to go there. Good thing I have a map. Okay, so that's for future reference. Okay, what else am I gonna need? I got time, money, map. That's another thing too. Nowadays, I've found is that because I'm not like a real super guy that lives on his phone, so I got to figure out some. When I went on my little trip to Dayton, Ohio this year, it was like got a hotel room, and like you pretty much can't do anything without a phone now if you're traveling around. Like, you ever seen when was the last time you saw a payphone? payphone, what's that? Yeah, actually, I asked. Yeah, I think it was a couple years ago. I asked. There was like some girl, and where was that? Was that the mall or I forget. I remember I remember asking some young person like, "Hey, where's the nearest payphone?" And they looked at me like I was from Mars. Oh no, that's right. It was at a hotel up in Kitchener. I was like, "Do you guys got a payphone in the lobby, or where's the nearest payphone?" And the girl looked at me like, "Huh? You mean what?" I mean, like it's like a phone that you put in money, then you can make a phone call. And the girl was like, "Oh yeah, I think we got some of those by the front door." And it was like this total rip-off service that they bought these the phones from Bell Canada, I guess. And it was like some private other service that set it up as a payphone. I didn't have any change, but they had one of those things you could put your credit card in there. And the thing is, they were charging. I called up home. It was like just a couple minutes. They charged me $5 to do like a 1 minute phone call or 2 minute phone call. It was like, whoa, man. But that was, yeah, you got to have some kind of thing. And also, if I'm going to be doing my show, I'm gonna have to get like I have some data on my phone that I can do like live by the river or something. I do kind of plan on doing live from when I'm camping, kind of as an experiment and something to do. You got to figure out things to do while you're camping. So we're gonna phone stuff, and then if I'm gonna be in the States, some kind of U.S. data plan. This is getting complicated, but I'm gonna write this down while I'm kind of brainstorming to myself, and then I'll make a list for myself later. Okay, phones. We got data. I don't know. Will I need some other kind of SIM card? Maybe we'll say U.S. plan. I don't even know if my phone works in the States. Well, anyways, so we got that. Oh, hey, Corey, I see you in here too. Hey, um, okay, maybe I'll finish up with 5. What's the 5? Phone data. What do we got there? U.S. plan. I don't know, and the thing is, it's like it might even be worth looking into like some kind of like travel insurance or health insurance or something like that. If you're old, that wouldn't be worth just to be on the safe side. Some sort of extra insurance stuff. Like I really don't care about that if I just pop over to the States. If I get injured in the States or something like that, well, they just throw me on an ambulance and bring me back here to a hospital in Windsor. That'd be cool. But yeah, might be worth checking out. So some kind of insurance stuff, travel insurance. Some people do it, some people don't. All right, there we go. Insurance, travel insurance. And I know for a fact that insurance, because that's what I'm thinking too. Insurance on I was like, I'm looking at my paperwork and my airplane that I need registration for my car. Yeah, insurance. And then that got me thinking of insurance. So yeah, I know my car insurance is good over there. And if I rent a car, it might even be look good. I still think it would be cheaper for me just to drive the whole way rather than fly somewhere and then rent a car for like however long I want to go. All things to consider. All right. Well, thanks for putting up for my my thinking out loud here. Well, we'll do a little summary here and then we'll see what you guys have to say. All right. So I'm gonna just kind of see if I had a phone, I would like take a picture of this. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could do like a screenshot of that or something. All right, I got to hold it up against my head or something. How can I do that? Watch, I'll probably cut the whole thing off. All right. Actually, hold it with this hand. But I think I got to do, what is it? Shift, print screen. Let's try this here. Shift, print screen. Oh, yeah, here we go. Then I can take a picture of that. Oh, this should work totally. And then I don't have to write it down. Or I don't have to look through the video to find out where it is. Boom. Oh, look at that. That is so cool. Okay, we're going to save that in on the desktop. There we go. Wow. I'm all high tech here at the Superpilotish channel. All right. So there we go. And so I'm going to ask, we're going to see what you guys have to say here. I can see you guys all chatting away, but I wasn't really paying attention. So we'll see if there's anything interesting on there. So started off at the beginning here today. The good old DH Pilot 1 suggested Hawaii right off the bat. Is that where I want to go? That's, I don't know, man. A little out of my price range, I think. Although I hear Hawaii is just fantastic. You know, too bad they're, yeah, a lot of people are bummed out about the fire that was there. Okay. Rick's Garden says to go somewhere where there's a garden. Oh, actually, I got my little, might as well use my little, my high-tech stuff here. There we go. Okay, Rick's Garden, that is an option. And what else we got here? Oh, yeah, when I was talking earlier about okay, here we go. I forgot when I was talking about my belt, my white shoes, my polyester pants that I got to get in a few years. Pull the belt up high. Yeah, that's right. You got to have the high risers, man. Boom. Get that belt up there, man. Big white belt. That'd be slick. Okay. Now Shecky is suggesting Quartzsite, Arizona. I am going to write that down to check it out. So yeah, because I don't know, like I was looking a little bit at Arizona, and there was like some places it was like, this place has like a high chance of getting murdered. It's like they have a lot of fentanyl overdoses here too. See, that's one thing nowadays you got to kind of worry about if you're taking a trip is like how bad's the crime gonna be? Because like I know in my town, like if you know where you're going or what neighborhood to be in, you're probably okay. Detroit's like that too. I mean, there's some neighborhoods in Detroit where I wouldn't really be walking around there at 2 o'clock in the morning, but there's other places where it's not too bad, or where maybe I would walk around at 2 o'clock in the morning. But and there's places here in Windsor where I don't really want to be hanging around 5 guys shooting heroin in the alley. Like no, I will avoid that alley, but I know where I'm going, right? So, okay, what do we got? Quartzsite, Arizona. Quartzsite. Okay, something cool. Yeah, so I'm thinking like and depending where you are, it looks like in the Arizona, if you get up higher into the mountains or New Mexico, even it gets a lot colder up there, and I gotta keep my bones warm. Okay, what do we got? Okay, what else? What do we got here? We got new comments and stuff. We're talking about eclipses down in Texas and stuff. Yeah, I'm Rick was talking about go to Tennessee if you like music. I was thinking about maybe even stopping off at Nashville on the way down and kind of going across that way. But something tells me if I went to Nashville, it'd take me a couple days to recover from the party. I might blow off some days. But yeah, I hear Nashville's like awesome. And but yeah, that might be worth checking out though. That's a consideration. Okay, we got San Marcos, Texas. You know what? Just for fun, I'll write that down. San Marcos, Texas. If I like swimming in Clear Springs, I don't really care about swimming too much, but I just like if I hear this place is pretty cool. Like I'm a man of very few needs, so it's like I can just stay in some little crappy town for a while if I want, with nothing to do. I'll do this stuff. So, okay, all right, Shecky, you are a man after my heart. Doesn't use GPS, use the old things. Maps don't run out of batteries. Okay. Oh, Rich, I never even thought about this. And the road atlas is most fun when you draw and date your route. Great memories. I never thought about that. Usually whenever I had one of those maps, it was just got all beaten up and dog-eared, and you throw it out. But that's interesting. I always do that with my my pilot logbook. Is if there was some cool flight there's always a comment section there for your logbook. So you put like cool flight, Mrs. So and so and her kid had fun, or something like that. And so and I look at it like a few years later and I go like, oh, I remember that flight. That was neat. So good, yeah, good idea there, Rich. Okay. Okay, here we go. So Sheki's saying quartzite because the drive through during winter, and it is always full of motorhomes, swap meets, and snowbirds. Yeah, I was looking at the five worst things about Yuma, Arizona. It was like this chick that was doing. She's a real estate agent, and she's like, snowbirds are the worst. They don't know how to drive. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have to become a crappier driver as I get older. So we'll see. It might just happen naturally. Okay. Yeah, and then as far as going to Mexico, Ranch is saying you'd be uneasy driving his own car in Mexico. Insurance won't cover it. Yeah, I think at Mexico, from what I hear from different people, yeah, there's weird things with between North America and Mexico. I know a couple guys that have flown their own personal airplanes there. One guy, this one guy, yeah, well, he unfortunately he ended up kind of crashing down in Mexico and he didn't quite make it. But he was a nice guy and stuff like that, just a little bit overconfident, we'll say. And yeah, he said, "Yeah, I'm flying down to Mexico next month." I'm like, "Oh, so what kind of paperwork do you need for that? Insurance and everything? Da da da. Do you have like visas? And then with your airplane, is there anything else?" He's like, "Oh no, you just show up there and you pay the guys." And I'm like, "I don't know, man. I don't think it works like that." Like, I've never been there, but he just showed up and they're like, "Do you have your paperwork?" He's like, "Nah, I don't have any paperwork. Where do I give you guys money?" And they just let him in and he filled out the paperwork and where he went. But I don't really want to be on the if some Mexican cops having a bad day, I don't want to be around him. I would not want to be around that guy. So yeah, I don't think I'd be driving my own car to Mexico. Highly doubtful. I mean, people do it all the time, but still. Okay. Okay, and Rick's all these Ricks are hanging around here, and Rick's Barbecue is saying that we all know you're going to Vegas. I've only ever I've been to Vegas once before. We just kind of went there. We were hanging around in California and kind of drove into Vegas for one day, lost some money, and drove back. So, so I don't know. Don't know if I'd want to go to Vegas. Maybe, I don't know, because I don't gamble at all and just nothing like that. But I've heard Vegas is kind of just a cool place to hang out, anyways. And there's a lot of people go there and retire. And I hear if you're just out in the burbs in Vegas, it's just like any other town anywhere, Canada, United States. All the burbs are always the same. They got the same box stores. They got maybe different parking layout for the mall, but other than that, they're all kind of the same. And all right, there we go. DH Pilot 1 says there's a payphone around the corner from them. I'm trying to think where that is. Oh, is that right by the corner store? Yeah. Yeah, I think there is one there, eh? Yeah. Well, that was always handy, like have a payphone around. Like in the old days, if your phone went out, you could just walk down and use a payphone. But I guess same thing goes if you got a cell phone. Yeah, so here's another thing. So Wrench drove into Canada about 2018 in Vancouver. Cell phone, T-Mobile disconnected at the border. Yeah. There used to be here in Windsor when they first came out with cell phones, it was always really weird. The antennas that would pick up like cell phones on the Detroit side of the river and the Windsor side of the river. It would be weird. You might be driving down here in Canada, and then your cell signal would be too weak from the Canadian tower, and it would just pick up the American tower, and it would start charging you like long distance for like a local call. So some people, if they lived out in a certain neighborhood and they got their cell phones, some of the bills are like astronomical. These people had back in the old days, but now their frequencies are a little more tuned up, and it was like we got digital cell phones now. Before they were like analog cell phones, I guess. So they can kind of figure that all out. And I think the antennas they figured out to make them kind of more directional. So, but yeah, some people had some real, they had some real interesting phone bills back in the day. Okay. All right. Shecky's got the landline. All right. Excellent. I am pro landline. And then, yeah, I was thinking about getting a burner at the 7-Eleven there too. I don't know how the burner phones, I mean, they're pretty cheap as far as like just making phone calls, but I would want one so that I have data so I can do my show here and tether my computer to a smartphone. So I don't know if you can get burner smartphones with some sort of data plan, or should I just get some kind of plan here and just pay through the nose here in Canada and it just works everywhere? Because with the cell phones, it's like one of those things where you get, if you pay an absolute fortune, yeah, you could go to Europe or Africa or wherever you want. It just works all the way around the world. But hey, it's only $500 a month. I'm not paying that. Forget it. So, yeah, there we go. Yep, there we go. And DH Pilot 1 still has the rotary dial phone. Works during a power outage. Yep. I switched my stuff to fiber and that, and then my rotary dial phone didn't work. But I had one here for a while. All right, Corey's phone only rings when he's behind on a payment. Funny how that works, eh? or do you want your? I had just today. I had hello, sir. Would you like your ducts clean? It's like nah, I'm cool. I just changed my air filter in my furnace, so my ducts should be pretty clean. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So, South Tucson, Arizona, kind of sketchy. Yeah, I've heard about that. Kind of popped up on the internet there too. So, drive fast, right? Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, well, there we go. What's this? So Corey's saying he's still rocking an old i4. What's an i4? I don't even know what that is. Is that a iPhone 4? Something like that? What is my phone? My phone's an oldie. Samsung Galaxy 5, I think. I don't know what they're up to now. But yeah, she's an oldie. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, and you are welcome, Dan. Oh yeah, Dan, by the way, I did get that Twitter DM that you sent me with those links to those YouTube videos. Thanks, but I haven't actually got around to watching them, but I will. So there we go. And we'll shut that off. Okay, so that's cool. That's about it for today. Today is Wednesday, rainy Wednesday. Well, it's kind of raining out here right now. There was a little line of thunderstorms. I was kind of hoping the power wouldn't go out here, so we got lucky. And yeah, so I'll be back. Oh, hey, Dustin. Yeah, so we're gonna be back on Friday because I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern. And thanks for everybody coming by here. And thank you for watching. Bye.